Good day everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Firstly, thank you very much to all those who have subscribed. Your support is really appreciated. For those of you who have been watching since Feb, you would have seen that I was in Mauritius, where I spent 4 months with my sister. She runs a business there called Food Time. So what we're going to do now is, well, we have been doing already, we've joined the two ventures, or rather the two businesses. So from now on the logo has changed, but it's the same people, the same channel. So please just continue watching and subscribing. For those of you who are watching us for the first time, I urge you to subscribe, as we've got lots in store for you guys. Please help us to reach our next milestone, which will be 2,000 subscribers. The channel is growing slowly, and with your help I know we will get there. Please give us a like and share.
Hi, morning everybody. So today I'm going to make my sourdough. I'm going to show you how I make it. I've been wanting to make sourdough for the past 2 years, I think, and I must have watched maybe, I don't know how many videos, and I really wanted to try, but all the videos I watched were so daunting and made me so scared that I just never, I just didn't want to start it, because I know when you fail, that's when you learn, but I just wanted to get it right. Anyway, so last year in August, I was watching again another lady doing sourdough, and she kind of explained, that sourdough started many years ago, where there was no Dutch oven and probably no scales or calculators. So she just said it should be easy, because before it was just made up by people from that era where they didn't have all these things accessible. So she said that with all her searching, she decided, okay, she's going to try this. And how she started her sourdough was a tub of yogurt, obviously plain, and probiotics and all that, yeah, and water. And so I got so excited, I switched the TV off and I went straight away and I went and made my dough, my starter. And that's the starter I've been using since August until now, and it makes really nice bread. And last night I did this one. It's my sourdough, it's my actual dough that I activated, and when I woke up this morning it was all over, bubbled everywhere. Anyway, so I want to make some today, so I'm going to reactivate it, but I'm going to put it in 2 because I need to make a lot of bread tomorrow. I don't measure, do my own thing, and for now it does work. And to make a starter, you don't really need a lot, you just need very little. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to put a little bit there because I've got to make quite a lot of bread tomorrow, and yeah, so just got to make sure I've got enough starter. I measure nothing, I just do my thing. And then in doing all this, I've also noticed that when you make well, for me anyway, when I make my starter, I make it very thick, and so it's more flour than it is water. And I've noticed that it activates so quickly that way. I don't know if it's just coincidence. I can't give you measurements, okay? I can just show you what it looks like. So I make a rather thick starter, and within an hour the starter will be ready for me to bake. It does also help that I live in Mauritius, although it's winter here, but you wouldn't say, but the temperatures are definitely much lower. So I make my starter, it's very thick. I don't know if you can see, it's a very thick starter, but I'm happy with this. But you just got to mix it very well to mix in the original little bit that I put in. Okay, I just clean it, clean the edges. I just put a little elastic band on it so I know exactly where it is, and yeah, and I put a little hat on it. Now I'm going to do this one as well. As I said, I need quite a lot tomorrow, so we'll do this one again. Again, this is going to be a very stiff one. Yeah, it's hard for me to tell you how much water, but basically this is not a recipe. There's so many recipes online. This is what works for me, so I thought I would share it. So this is my starter that I'm going to put away for about an hour or two, and then I'm going to make my bread, and I'll show you the results of my bread. Oh, I gotta say, this is a messy job sometimes, so anyway. I absolutely love making sourdough. Absolutely love. Now that my breads are really look great, you know. And then this one gets a little cap as well. They're going to go into my kitchen in a nice warm place. And then sometimes during, like now, as I say, it's winter here, I put it in the microwave just to get even warmer. And yeah, with it an hour and a half, I'll be making my bread, and I'm gonna show you how I do it, and eventually my final loaf. So as you can see, my starter has risen. Sorry, the light is a little bit, this one is still coming up, but you can see there was my elastic and it's now here. This one was here and it's now there. So I'm going to be starting to prepare my bread very soon. I did this at about 9:45 and it is now 10:12, and this one is ready to be made, so I'm going to go and make it now. I'll leave this one a little bit just to activate a little bit more, and yeah, so it's quick, what I found anyway, and I don't know if this is the right way, but it certainly makes a nice bread. So as you can see, my starter is almost double. Now I'm going to, so let's start this. So here I'm going to make 2 loaves with the starter. I've got a kilo of bread flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and my hydration is 64%, so it's 1 kilo of flour, and my water is 640 grams, so that's the hydration. I know a lot of people do much more, but this is what works for me. It's a lovely, the dough is lovely and I can handle it very well. So all that goes inside my flour and the salt. And then I'm going to put 220 grams of my sourdough starter. So let's measure that. Right, so I'm going to make more starter. I'm going to start up another starter with this. So in here, I've got 1 kg of bread flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 640 grams of water, and 220 grams of sourdough starter. Now I'm going to, in my little dough machine, I'm going to put this on to work for 10 minutes. And I'll be back. Okay, so I kneaded this in my dough mixer for about 10 minutes. And this is what it looks like. It's nice and soft. Now what I'm going to do is just put it in here. This is an oil container. I just put a bit of oil all over it, and I put it in there. And I'm going to do stretch and fold 4 times every 30 minutes. So I'll see you in 30 minutes for my first stretch and fold. Okay, so my first 30 minutes is up. I'm just going to do a stretch and fold, and then obviously I'm not going to bore you with all the others because it's basically the same. Always wet your fingers a little bit so the dough doesn't stick to you. All the little things I've learned whilst watching. And right. It's actually a lovely dough. Okay, that's basically all. So that's the first stretch and fold. Leave it again for another 30 minutes, but I'm going to do that another 3 times, and then I'll see you again when it's time to do the shaping. Hi guys, I'm back, and I've done all my stretch and folds, and now I'm just going to shape my breads and just hold on. And just let it rest. And so I'll measure my breads to 930, 940. Okay. Perfect. Exactly. Just want to get my medicines. So what I do is I put a little bit of flour in here. Do a few slap and folds. Fold my bread. So as I say, this is my way of doing it, and so far I'm very happy with my bread. We enjoy it. I'm even selling it. So yeah. Get into a nice tight ball. And I'll put it in here. And when I put it in here, I just close it up nicely. do that. A little bit of flour. I know you're supposed to use rice flour and all that, but I don't. I just use ordinary flour. Slip folds. I absolutely love it, as I said earlier. And what's so nice is when I get that bread out the oven and I feel like I've achieved something. Been doing this, been looking at this online for like 2 years. I've watched a lot of videos, probably, I don't know, maybe 50. So unfortunately I got so excited when I heard about the yogurt sourdough that I just ran to my kitchen and I didn't take any notice of who that lady was, and I'm so sorry about it. So sorry. So basically, if you want to try this, you start a starter by a little tub of yogurt. It doesn't matter what size the yogurt is. Whatever size it is, you use that of yogurt, fill it up with flour and fill it up with water. You put that in your kitchen, cover it up, not tight, and in the corner of your kitchen, and you leave it there for at least 4 to 5 days. And mine was only there for 3 days. As I said to you, because Mauritius is so hot, my starter was already ready on the 3rd day. So I got so excited, I baked my first bread, and and from then it's just been success. I just want to cover it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this on the counter. I'm going to actually cover it up, and I'm going to leave it on the counter for probably, I'd say 4 hours. Yeah, probably just before I go to bed. I'll cover them and then I'll put them in the fridge so they can carry on fermenting and rising slowly in the fridge, and then tomorrow I'll bake it. So we're going to recap what I did, and then tomorrow I'll show you my beautiful bread. So what it is you have an active starter. It's for 2 loaves. I do 1 kilo, but obviously if you're just going to make 1 loaf, it's 500 grams of bread flour, 110 grams of active starter, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 64% hydration, which is 64% of 500 grams. So, okay, math is not so good, so you can just work it out. 64% of 500 grams. And if you do 1 kilo, it will be 64% of 1 kilo. If you do 2 kilos, it's 64% of 2 kilos. So it's quite easy. So these 2 babas are going to go here. I'm actually going to cover them. Let me just get my cloth. And they're going to rise for, I leave them here for at least 3 to 4 hours until I go to bed. But if they've really risen, then I'll put them in the fridge, and they just continue until tomorrow morning, and it'll be a beautiful loaf. So until tomorrow morning, bye. So I don't know if you can see, my sourdough has risen quite nicely. So now I'm probably going to just leave it a little bit, or I might put it in I think I'm going to put it in the fridge now. I think I'm happy with this. So now it's going to carry on rising in the fridge. So tomorrow we'll bake it. So I'll see you in the morning. Bye. Morning everyone. Here's my bread, nice and high. Now I'm going to turn it out on here. Okay, as you can see, I've got a lovely bread. Now I'm going to score it, and it's going to go in the oven. And the oven is usually 40 minutes. And I'll see you just now. So I'm back for the last time to show you my beautiful bread. I'm going to cut it. Still very hot. But yeah, this is my little bread and I'm so happy with it. It might not be like a professional one, but my bread is nice. Nice fresh bread for breakfast. There you go. That's it. This is the end of the video. I just wanted to share with you that, yeah, I guess you don't have to do like so many things that's daunting to have a nice fresh bread. I like it. Everybody I sell it to like it. So there we go. Okay everybody. Bye. Thanks for watching.